The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the company, owners, management, staff, clients, or partners.
It's Tuesday, the 8th day of November, 2022. Welcome to the Daily Hour, brought to you by Medical House One Communications and Lindos. I'm Jamal Hartman. He's Philip Trott, and Maya Palacio will be with us in a bit to bring you the latest in her news break, brought to you by People's Pharmacy. Phil, what's up, bro?
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah,
What's
man.
happening?
It's been a while, you know. I haven't seen you since last.
I'm still on that damn Duffy high.
Yeah. I see. Did you get to go down there and did she tap your hand when she was running across?
No, man. You know what? I had a really exhausting day watching it on my couch. It was a lot.
And
I'm actually still recovering today, but I'll push through.
And Yadi Duff is from Don Crow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
On my daddy's mama's side.
Yeah. I knew there was some connection, your cousin Laura and you. Yeah.
If you look close, we have the same under here.
Yeah. No, I honestly I see it in you all the time, man. I'm just, I always wonder why they don't have like a Grammy thing or Oscars thing when, they get up on the podium, they got to say, first of all, I'd like to thank, and I just wanted to say your name once.
We're a humble family, and we don't like to let her have the spotlight. I don't know,
Okay. Yeah. Well, congrats again to Phil's cousin, Dame Four. Again, look, playing your cheese says, "Hey, hi, cousin Phil."
What's happening, cuz?
Going from Uncle Phil to cousin Phil.
Yeah, man.
All right.
She was at the reunion.
Greetings, everyone, and thanks for making us part of your daily routine. A good one today as we welcome Azuree Williams back on the show to discuss Men's Health Month and a bunch of things they have going on. So, folks, you don't want to miss. There's a lot going on in the community. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support us. If you haven't already, make sure you sign up for membership on our YouTube channel. Just hit the join button to become an official member. The join button's right below the video on YouTube. Also, please, if you haven't already, go on our website, fill out our survey for a chance to win one of our holiday prizes. Yes, it's more than one prize this year. It'll take you less than 10 minutes. And because, I'm in a good mood today and I, kind of like you guys and I love you guys, I'm going to share the link once again so that you can fill out the link. Honestly, it doesn't take long. You know us, anyone who's a TDH member, we don't send you many emails, if one a month, if that. To let you know who's coming on. So we'd appreciate your participation in that. But we have a conversation to have this morning, and I ran it by Phil last night, ran it by Maya this morning, and I just think it's valid. It's valid. And I think especially for our audience, and let's get right into it. So I don't have access to Madge's list. I think I'm in the group. I think so, but I only see stuff if people forward it to me on WhatsApp. Phil, you seem like the kind of guy that would only see it when it's WhatsApp to you as well.
I try not to go in there, man.
Yeah, it's a crazy place. I mean, it's a crazy place. But anyway, there was a post on Madge's list yesterday, and it was sent to me via WhatsApp. And this is, folks, seriously. We have to discuss this. The post said, if anyone knows these students, would they please let their parents know that Kit and Caboodle has them on camera stealing a plush toy. What's a plush toy, Phil?
It's like a stuffed toy.
Oh, okay. Probably not the greatest idea to steal something from a small store that has 7 cameras from every angle watching. This is a courtesy post to let them do the right thing and return the merchandise or pay for it. The next contact will be to their school and the police. Here's the question of the morning, folks. It's just very simple. What is the best method to report antisocial behavior, right? Because I'm not quite sure posting minors, right? They were in their school uniforms. Posting minors is in the best interest of the community. I don't even know if that's legal. I'm not a lawyer. If there's any lawyers in the audience, let us know. But the post is one thing. To post the pictures of these children for stealing a plush toy, I think they may have went a bit too far. So what do you believe is the best method to report this kind of behavior?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what the first, it says the next point of contact. The first point of contact should have been the police. Second point of contact should have just been the school, since you know what, you got a clear shot of their face and you know what school they go to. Like, but I tell you what, the other mistake was, you just told everybody you got 7 cameras in your store.
Oh, well,
like,
it's like the police telling people to do in those road sobriety, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, but why you need, like, I'm not telling people what cameras I have in my, if you come in and you see them, cool, but it's I don't know, we just don't need to, sometimes you reveal more about yourself that when it comes to posting stuff on social media than what you think you're trying to put out there. You know what I mean? And the only thing I'm thinking is what could they have done if they weren't in the school uniforms? Because I'm not sure if it's how easy it is to tell that the children outside of the school uniform. But either way, man, like, that's Madge's list for you, man.
In fairness to the lady, I believe she runs it. She's named Maida. She said, she removed the post. They don't do posting minors. Now, if you're just tuning in, what we're discussing, folks, is yesterday there was a post on Madge's list that was sent to us, and the person posted pictures of some people, young people, children in school uniforms, who they say were caught allegedly stealing a plush toy from Kid and Caboodle. The question of the morning is, should we, the public, take it upon ourselves to make social media posts? What is the best method to report this antisocial behavior? Let's go to the audience, Phil. You want to take Sheikah and the Chica?
Sure. Sheikah Randall just says, just call the police. Sure. The Chica Trot says the first method should be to call the school if they're in uniform. And I mean, either one of those, to me, you could flip-flop them, like call the police first, call the school first, call the school, and then maybe have the school call the police. I don't know. But posting it, I think, basically just posting on social media, like, I don't know, man. I think it feels like we want to we do that just to show. Sometimes it's like a jerk reaction, and maybe we do it without thinking about the consequences of doing it. But yeah, man, we gotta slow down on posting stuff on social media sometimes.
That's it right there. That's it right there. Like, let's not be so quick to post something, especially like this. Now, I remember, I had a job at Arnold's back in the day, and people from the school closest to Arnold's was Barclay. I felt bad. One kid, I'll never forget, he came in and our manager caught him stealing. And my hope was that he would just approach him and say, go on your way, don't do it again. Well, no, he called the school and the police. Now, we know social media weren't like what it is.
I was going to say that.
No, like, who's to say it wouldn't have happened back then? But I have a very different conscience. And what I mean by that is, I don't want a child to be plastered for mistakes that they're making right now. Like in terms of like calling the police. Yes, give them a strong warning. And if it's repetitive behavior, then okay, cool. But what I don't want, I just think something like this, putting a child on social media, like it's almost like putting them on front page of the newspaper at this point, the time you're living in. And it's alleged, they haven't been convicted of anything. This is alleged now. Let's keep it clear, right? This is alleged. We don't outside of seeing these pictures on Magic's list, we don't necessarily have proof. I just think it goes, everything I feel like is going to go back to what Phil, you said just now, is we need not be so fast, so quick to post things, right? We need to slow down. Again, folks, what we're discussing is there was a post on Magic's list yesterday where someone shared pictures of minors in their school uniforms at Kid and Caboodle, and basically said they were stealing a plush toy, right? And they want them to bring the toy back. But where I think the issue is, you posted the faces of these young people. What is the best method to report antisocial behavior? Let's go to the comments. Nicole Walker says, I appreciate their intent, but they should have contacted the school first if they wanted to give them the opportunity to do the right thing. And yes, Phil, they also overshared. Well, let's be honest. If you've seen the post, the school uniform is obvious.
Mhm.
It's not like back in the day you had so many different high schools, and like there's literally 2 senior schools. It's obvious.
Yeah.
So it's not like it would have taken long to kind of reach out to the school, right, Phil?
Right? No, and I'll tell you one thing: administration at the school is easy to get a hold of.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I mean,
um,
this is coming from a person who worked in a school, folks. Michelle White says, if they wanted to give the students a second chance, yes, speak to the school, who will call in parents and address. Sometimes being scared straight may work.
Yeah.
Shikarena, she says, back in the day at Work Academy, had a call come to school, the entire school would be on after school detention. When the culprit confessed. Can you relate to that, Phil?
That sounds like we might have gone to school at the same time.
And weren't you, was it, Phil?
No. I was too scared. I was a chicken when it came to stuff. I don't do stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, so you never took anything, Phil. This is.
I took one thing, and I won't tell you what store it was at, but it was one of those little rings that you could fill up with water, and you squeeze it, and it squirts out water.
Mhm.
That's what that thing was like 10 cents.
Yeah,
That's
it was
and
a
I felt and I
caught.
ate and I couldn't sleep.
Yeah, no, it was a guilt. All I kept thinking is, how do I tell my mama? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
basketball card case, and then I used to steal cookies from my nana's cookie job, and she was making them for people. And no, okay. Let's get back to the folks. We're
Yeah,
talking
different
about
man.
posting. Yesterday there was a post on Magic's list. Basically, someone from Kid and Caboodle. Well, I don't know if they're from Kid and Caboodle, but someone posted that some children allegedly stole from Kid and Caboodle, and they decided to post the pictures of these young people, these minors, on the internet, on Facebook, on Magic's list. Thankfully, the post was removed, as the person who runs Magic's list doesn't believe in sharing posts of minors, especially without parents' permission. Now, as I said before we came on air to Phil and Maya, I remember a situation like this happened with a close friend of mine, where someone had done the same thing, posted on Facebook. This was about 2 years ago. Their son had been in the neighborhood where his friends were, went to the door, right, looking for a friend, wrong house. Someone posted, must have saw it on the Ring camera, posted on the internet saying, oh, if someone knows this young man's parents, please tell them basically he's around my house doing mess. When all he was doing, went to the house, doorbell caught him, looking for somebody he thought lived there. So this is why I think the term alleged must be said here. So, folks, what are your thoughts? What is the best method to report antisocial behavior? I'm just going to say, based on the responses so far, it doesn't seem like much of you think the internet. Michelle White and Traveling Trotty for you, Phil?
Yeah, man. Michelle White says, I say no to social media, especially if you were interested in letting the parents know as a warning.
Mm.
And Traveling Trotty's got a good one. I
Mm.
wonder if the students were from a private school, would they have reacted the same way?
Wow.
Nah.
I knew somebody was going to do it.
Yeah, and I'm glad they did too.
I'm glad it was not me. Let's go through some more comments. What is the best method to report antisocial behavior? Samcat Place says they covered all areas. It may be knee-jerk reaction, but it will bring results. I tell my kids all the time, don't embarrass me, as I will come and embarrass them in front of their peers. Old school. So Samcat Place, are you saying you agree with the posting of young children on social media? And that's fair. That's fair. We'll see it differently. But is that what you're saying? You think that They should do all three. They should post it on social media, then go to the school, then the police. Let us know. Michelle White says young people can do stupid things, especially if it was on a dare. I would hate for the youth to be in front of police as a result of a dare. Indeed, and we were all young. We all done something, right?
That's what, yeah, man. And I think that's the point that we gotta say. Like, it's not like they were doing something, and like the students today, like we talk about you know, how much we as the older ones talk negatively about the youth all the time sometimes, but we were, I'll speak for myself, I was just as dumb, you know, and it was just, there were much fewer cameras. That's the only thing that saved me sometimes. And so we gotta give some grace sometimes, and it's not like if it was a fourth and fifth offense, then yeah, even then I still say don't post it, but go to the police and really have something done. But yeah, I don't think this was it. And I thought the original poster took it down. You're saying that the Magis List moderator took it down.
Yeah, let's go to how do you spell it? Magis List. Let's go to, because I saw her. Yeah, she said this was 13 hours ago from now. Post to minors is not allowed unless permission is granted by parents or guardian. Thanks, everyone. So I assumed that she took it down based on that. What is the best method to report antisocial behavior? Michelle White says yes to work academy, yes the whole school. Don't care if you had somewhere to go, either all suffer for the guilty. That's to Sheikah Rena's comment about everyone getting detention. Jamaica Smith says, I agree. They should have, they could have easily sent the picture to the school to identify them, not post on social media. I don't agree with public shaming of minors. Carla John says, for me, a better method would have been to describe the incident depicted in the video, as well as the school uniform. Then tell parents to have a conversation with their children, then contact the business, because the next steps will be contacting the school and police. And then Tanya Cheeseman says, I remember catching some young children stealing from the pharmacy and reported it to the manager. They dealt with it.
You know what else I was thinking? Sometimes what people do is they'll post a picture, but they'll put like an emoji over their face,
right?
So you can't see who it is. But even then, in that case, you're still just shaming the public school. So I'm trying to give people the benefit of the doubt and say maybe they meant this, maybe they meant that. But I always come back to send it to the school, send it to the police.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, in the biggest picture in it, they covered the face only of I guess it was someone who was in a uniform, maybe an adult, whatever. But I think the same point's made. I mean, uniforms, because there's a lack of schools in Bermuda, I think they're easily identifiable. So the uniform would have been there. I just think it could have been done without the pictures. I don't know. I mean, let's go back to the audience. What is the best method to report antisocial behavior? Mark Arthur C. Phillips says the best method would be to contact the school so that the parents could have been contacted. Traveling Trotty says, and the post will be around forever, and what impact it will have on children's future. Now, it's interesting that she says that, because though the post was deleted, what did they say about the internet?
It's never deleted. It's always there. And what happened? Screenshots, and now it's in everybody's WhatsApp.
And there you go, folks. There you go. Even if
we had it so much easier.
I want to talk to Maya about that, because I think, before we came on, and I think, Phil, you really made sense of something. We can't blame the young generation for this. It's not young people on Magis List being messy.
We just gotta slow down. We just gotta slow down and think before we post sometimes. That's all.
Yeah. And I think you said it prior to coming on air. It's like, we all done dumb stuff. We all done stuff. I mean, I don't need to get into detail about my life. You could
we're not gonna.
You could talk about what you did, but I mean, I don't want people judging me any more than they do. Sam Cat Place says, in this context, yes, it's all about making good choices. I had a friend post his adult son. Yeah, but that's just my son.
That's your own child.
Like, I don't think, if I saw your child doing something, Sam Cat Place, I would not, in my best, I don't think it's in anyone's best interest for me to go and plaster your child on social media. I would think that, let me find out who this person's parents are. If I know it's your child, I'll reach out to you. If I don't, the one thing I don't want to do, and forgive me if I'm a little soft in this respect, I saw too many black men just like me who all they wanted to do is smoke a little joint, literally have their lives ruined from that. Yes, the law is the law. But if every one of us were judged on a mistake, no matter how great or not, big or small, we'd all be stuck without a future.
You see what she put just
Yeah. Sherry Vanderpool says they should have contacted the school and dealt with it that way. Well, there's a voice of reason. Sean Smith says, call the police to put the fear of God in them because charges don't have to be laid.
Yeah.
I would like to hear from a business person, like from a business perspective, if you caught the children stealing, because I'm pretty sure, especially right now, it probably happens very often. Well, how would you react? And Sam Place said, oh, okay, well, cuff him upside his head and call me. Hey, no, I'm not into violence and put my hands on other people's children, but
yeah.
We'll
just call you and you cuff him and I'll watch.
Remember what they said, the village, the village raised them. Oh, let's go, Phil.
Yeah, you got caught out.
You know what time it is, folks.
I was waiting for the me.
It's a good conversation. Appreciate it. And I think there's some solutions in this conversation for all of us. If you appreciated this discussion this morning, just give us a thumbs up. Like it. Make sure you share this conversation because we have to teach and not even teach. We have to communicate this messaging to our friends, our family, and our community. Let's bring Maya Palacio in.
Good morning. This is the Daily Hour Newsweek brought to you by People's Pharmacy.
Good morning, Maya.
Good morning, Maya.
This topic, man.
Give it to us. Seriously, your thoughts on this.
Like my heart's actually racing. Like I'm heated right now because I really feel for these children, and it's really not fair. Like, okay, I'm going to tell you guys a story that made me think of this story. When I was in high school, I was riding to school and I parked my bike and I made a mistake and I left my wallet on my bike. And I went inside. And that day I had taken out $50 because I was going to buy a gift for my mama. It was like Mother's Day or something coming up. So I went inside and then some girl came to my class and was like, "Ma, you dropped your wallet." I was like, "Oh my God, thank you." And then I opened it and it was empty. Didn't have my money anymore. I was like, dang. But I know it wasn't her. I knew her personally, whatever. And I was like, and she was just like, "There's no money in it." I believed. I was like, all right. So I sat down about to take the hour and I was just like, nah, man, I really need that money. So then I went to the security desk and I was like, "Look, I had the money in here. Can you please just check the cameras for me, blah, blah, blah." Anyway, we were able to find out who it was, who took my money, saw the person, they brought him into the office. They gave me back my money. And then I thanked them. And I literally told them, I was like, "I'm not going to say nothing or anything, but I appreciate you giving this back." And in my head, like, I could have been that teenager to tell my friends, like, "He took my money, he's broke," like, went on like that, but I didn't. I just kept my calm. I got my money back. I was happy. And, in my head, I was also thinking, you know what, he could have probably used it more than me. I don't know his story. I don't know his situation. I don't know if someone whatever. But I didn't say nothing. And to this day, I never say anything. And I always think like, I hope that moment helped them realize not to do anything like that again. And that people have sympathy and people actually just want to be treated with respect and kindness. Because I don't know what was going on in his head either when he took it, but he did. Crap. Anyway, but I was just like, yeah, so that just reminded me of this situation, how like I would have never plastered them. I would have never, someone did me wrong. I would have just talked to them. And I know that in the last murder investigation thing that Bermuda College did, and they talked about community having, accountability for each other. I'm all for that, trust me, but not in that way of you're going to post them. No, you find out who it is, you talk to them, and you have that conversation of what you should be doing better and how can we help you? Like, why did you make this decision? Having those conversations that actually uplift each other and try to figure it out. Because if we thrash each other, like call each other names, make each other look bad all the time, especially young Black children, like it does nobody any good. It does nobody any benefit. And if we're going to be a community that uplifts and helps each other, we do things in the responsible way, like a community. What, like it's your own daughter, like it's your own son, like it's your own cousin. You know, that's how we should be handling it, not the way it's been done right now. It just really pissed me off.
That's a good word.
And that's a word, because what Maya just did, folks, is she humanized it.
Yeah.
Right? They're humans, they're children, and we don't know what people are going through. We don't know. They may have needed it more, but the lesson in this is, well, this is not the way to go about getting it if you really need it. I just go ahead.
You know what? Real quick, we always used to talk about, when I was in education, used to talk about teachable moments. Like this could have been, if we're talking about small businesses, this could have been a way to say, hey, this is how much this affects us when people steal from a local business. It affects us in this. We can't pay our staff. The business shuts down. People lose out on goods and services. They have to pay more. You know, like it could have been a whole teaching experience. It could have been a whole lesson in there.
Yeah.
I know I don't normally give my opinion, but I just really had to say that one.
As Carla Jones says, speak, Maya. No, and it's necessary. It's necessary. I just think some things are intolerable, and I think that's one of them. What you got for us in the news today?
Well, in the news today for you guys, basically a little bit of community upkeeping. Premier David Burt will be hosting a media brief in touch of the 2022 throne speech that'll be happening today around 1 p.m. The Minister of Education, Diallo Ubain, will also be present, and you can watch that live on CITV or any of the YouTube government channels. Moving on to a bunch of different traffic violations, as you know, Operation Vega is still in effect. And unfortunately, this period wasn't as great as last year, and we had a lot more violations. 702 moving violation tickets were issued during this period of October 10th to November 7th. That's up 495 from the last period. A couple of the offenses that have gone up by a lot: traffic signs, unlicensed vehicles, no third-party insurance, no driver's license, manner of driving, and you know how I feel about helmets, and that has gone up as well by more than 10 people. So that's unfortunate stats.
Guys out there riding dirty.
Here's the thing, and I'm not joking when I say this. I have to preface with that. I'm literally too cheap. I don't want to pay fines. So seatbelt on, helmet buckled. I can't afford to pay $50 for a fine. I mean, that's U.S. rates, because Bermuda, you're probably paying way more than that, right?
Way more. I still don't know if they've actually put into effect that it's going to be $300 now for the helmet fine. I know they want to do that, but I don't know if it's actually been confirmed yet. But as we know, Christmas is coming up. I know, it's so simple.
Anyway, I don't get it, honestly. I honestly don't get it.
Ain't that the price of a helmet?
Yeah, basically, yeah. And I'm one of those people in the community, like I will shout at anyone who doesn't have the helmet buckled. Like I see teenagers get on the bike and don't forget to buckle your helmet. I work at Noah's Ark and people leave, buckle your helmet when you get on your bike. You know, I watch them and they see me watch them, like, buckle your helmet. Like I'm always saying, I'm always preaching it.
Yeah, right. What else you got for us, man?
Next on the list, partial lane closures will be happening around the Hampton Sound area between November 14th to December 2nd. It's going to be an interruption due to Balco working on some fiber optic lines that are newly installed.
So, lane closures in Bermuda. Tell us something new.
Here's some happier news. The BUEI Institute will be having the Harbor Market coming back on again for the holiday. It's going to be on November 19th and December 3rd from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's a free event, and they're going to have like over 30 local vendors there and food vendors as well. And they're going to also have the train that can go throughout the town too. So it's going to be a quite fun day for the family.
Nice. That's what you're going to go with your son, Phil?
I probably will now. Yeah.
Put him on the spot. No, I was just saying, because he didn't go in person to check his cousin Flora. He sat on the couch with his son. So I'm just saying.
I think I might actually go to it. I might drag my cousin or two to come with me. I've never been on the train that goes throughout town. I think it'd be kind of fun.
I watch people go on it.
Yeah.
What else you got for us?
And mark your calendars, because on November 25th at 6:30 p.m., they're going to be lighting the iconic Christmas tree at City Hall.
All right, now. I'm gonna say it because I put it up as my WhatsApp status last night, the last post.
I saw what you put. That
Bill, Maya, I saw the price of Christmas trees.
Oh yeah,
folks.
I'm gonna cut down a little casuarina.
Not mine. Do your thing. I'm staying out of your.
I'm cutting down a little casuarina, Little branch, stick it in a pot.
You hear me?
I'm gonna tell Shiloh that's what every family does.
Yeah. Wow. But hey, anyway, what's the weather looking like, man?
So the weather is looking mostly cloudy. We already heard some showers really early this morning, so it's gonna be a lot of showers, maybe a possible couple rumbles. But it's gonna just be really wet and rainy. So just be careful out there on the roads today. And we got a high of 77 degrees Fahrenheit.
Sounds good and reasonable. Phil, what you got days of the year? Give us a good day.
Today is National STEAM/STEM Day. So STEAM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. And they added the A in there lately that was for art. So science, technology, engineering, art, and math. So you can observe today by signing up for a STEAM course online. There's plenty of them. Or encourage your kids to take part in STEAM pursuits. Going on to BUEI will be a good one.
Well, I think I speak for at least the two of you. I like the addition of the A in STEAM. You're both art. You know, I love that. I didn't know that. Honestly, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's new to me.
Yeah. It was STEM for a long while, and then they added the arts because I can't remember the reason, but it was a good reason.
Okay. Wow, they added arts as soon as we changed the curriculum of the school.
No. This is I think they did this at least, I want to say 5 years. No, more than that. 10
really?
Years. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have to look into that then. All right.
When I say not Bermuda, I'm talking about.
I know the whole spiel, but that's interesting. Just an FYI, guys, my grandma has the same artificial Christmas tree since I was born, and that's what I know.
I was just gonna say we better be pulling out nanos of artificial because man.
When does your dad pull out his stuff? November 1st?
Oh, have you driven past?
I haven't been up. Oh, it's all set up.
I'll ask him because I did ask him last week. If folks is talking about, so my dad is very easy to pick out. He's missed Father Christmas. You probably passed his house if you.
Santa Claus is black.
Yeah, we'll share some video on this show in the coming weeks. Yeah. All right. Maya saw Christmas when it wasn't Christmas time.
I did.
Yes. All right. Maya, we'll see you tomorrow.
Hi, guys. Have a great day.
You too. All right, folks. We're going to take a quick break. We've got Azuree Williams coming up. This is another important conversation. Men's Health Month. You have men in your life? This conversation, folks, is for them and you. Stick with us.
Let's face it, life can be a little wild, but shopping doesn't have to be. I choose Peoples, so that whether it's a prescription that needs to be filled, a toy for my little terror, or a gift for a new addition to the family, we'll see about that. Everything's available in one convenient location. Some call it Peoples, I call it my one-stop shop in the city. Peoples, we're here for you.
Welcome to the new bulk store, Lindo's Next Level. Wake up in the morning with enough coffee to keep you running throughout the entire day. Your pet at home deserves the best. Stock up on dog food to keep your puppy happy. Need a quick, tasty lunch at home? Your chicken nuggets will be jumping right out of the freezer. What's a movie night without popcorn? You can never have too much. Lindo's Next Level. Why go anyplace else?
Mom's celebrating her 70th birthday next month. Have you noticed her age is catching up with her?
Yeah. Plus, she's having a hard time getting up and around like she's used to. I would sure hate to see her fall.
At Medical House Limited, we can help make life situations easier. We have electric beds, motorized scooters, bath stools, walkers, you name it.
Mom's been real good to us. We'll get her birthday and Christmas gifts from Medical House.
Medical House has relocated next to the Dandytown Field, number 6 Bakery Lane, Pembroke. Telephone 292-3622.
I say no to single-use plastic because I grew up in the most beautiful place on earth. and I want the next generation to enjoy swimming at a pristine Clearwater beach like I did as a kid.
There are studies that are showing that plastics are having impacts on fertility rates.
If we're going to have decades before these chemicals are out of our system, I think we really need to prioritize it so that we can see a future.
Ocean health and human health are intimately interconnected, and if the ocean is healthy, we're healthy.
We've looked at over 250 fish in 12 different species, and 40% of them had plastic in their gut.
Well, in the past, single-use plastic was a convenience to us. It's not a convenience anymore. It's hurting our island, hurting our ocean, and we need to stop.
A little change makes a big difference. SNTSUP, say no to single-use plastics.
Alrighty, welcome back to the big show. Philip Trott, I'm Jamel Hartman. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by Medical House, One Communications, Lindos, and People's Pharmacy. Don't forget, folks, make sure you sign up for membership. Just hit the join button to become an official member of our channel. We've got some cool things coming up that you don't want to miss. Trust me. We had a TDH meeting the other night, and it's going to be some exclusive stuff happening with the TDH community. And without further ado, let's bring our guest for the day. We have Azuree. She basically part of the team at this point. I mean, you know, she comes on. I mean, maybe she's feeling it like us waking up early to do this so often. It's like,
I think she's on more than me.
Yeah. Actually, you're probably right. Let's give her a warm TDH welcome. Oh, that's the wrong one. I was going to hit the siren just now. Here we go. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hasn't been too long.
Good morning.
Morning. Thank you. You know what? Honestly, I love when people come as often as you, because it tells you they trust the platform and they love engaging the audience. And so we appreciate you coming on. And obviously, we're a bit behind, so we've got a lot to talk about. And we're not going to cut this conversation short by any means, because to me, this is one of the most important conversations, as always, when you come on. You have a lot to discuss. I mean, you've got a lot of events coming up, but let's just touch on November is known as Men's Health Month. What is Men's Health Month?
So for Bermuda Cancer and Health Center, Men's Health Month is basically us highlighting the importance of men knowing their numbers, getting themselves checked. Women tend to take it more seriously, make it more of a priority. We have Breast Health Awareness Month in October, which is so flooded and busy with women doing activities to raise the awareness. So we've come up with the idea of making sure that men have their month as well, so that they're getting themselves checked. So many men put off that little ache or whatever it is. They don't go for regular screenings or checkups. We used to host a large annual men's health screening every year at the Hamilton Seventh-day Adventist Church. And we would see hundreds of men, and so many of them would come in who were either underinsured, uninsured, or they hadn't been to a doctor in years. And some had elevated blood pressure, some had high blood glucose, didn't realize they were borderline diabetic or diabetic. So many things we would discover, or these men would discover at our health screenings that we've held in the past. So it's definitely very important to us and to the community as a whole to make sure that we're doing community outreach, providing opportunities, activities, initiatives for men to take care of their health.
And you kind of touched on my next question, which is, why is it necessary to focus on it? And, again, we're more reluctant. And I say we, men seem more reluctant to go to doctors. And, I think with women, it would be twice a year once they get a certain age, men once a year. And some people just don't go. But why do you feel it's necessary beyond that to actually dedicate this month for men?
So it's also, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but just assisting men who really need to take control of their health, making it a priority. We have fathers, grandfathers, brothers, uncles, friends who are important to us, not just us at Bermuda Cancer and Health Center, but just even you guys having loved ones who you care about, and even caring about yourselves and the importance of taking care of your health. Here in Bermuda, the top 5 cancers are prostate, lung, colorectal, bladder, and then melanoma, which is skin cancer. And prostate is the #1 diagnosed cancer in men in Bermuda. And 1 in 7 men in Bermuda will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. And then we're looking at, in the last 3 years, I think I mentioned this on the last session I was on, that we've had roughly 147 reported cases for prostate cancer here in Bermuda from the Bermuda National Tumor Registry. Of those 147 cases, 78% of those were Black males. So prostate cancer definitely is something that is more prevalent in the Black community, but that 1 in 7 number is across the board. It's not just for Black men. Black men, the stats are 1 in 6. But overall in Bermuda, for all men in Bermuda, it's 1 in 7 men will hear those words, you have prostate cancer. So it's important to have conversations with your family. So many of our relatives have cancer or have died of cancer, the older relatives, and they didn't talk about it. They didn't share. Bermudians are still very private, very proud, unlike the Majas list that you shared that episode with exposing the young people. But there are more serious things that we should be exposing each other to, like family health history, knowing our genetics, knowing what our grandfather or grandmother or whoever it may be died from. If a male is diagnosed with prostate cancer, there's a chance that he may carry breast cancer genes, and he can also be diagnosed with breast cancer. 1% of men can be diagnosed with breast cancer. So it's important to go get those screenings, getting yourselves checked, going for the annual checkup. I can't stress it enough. And then we have our loved ones who have to take care of us when we're sick. And it's better if you get in early, get screened. Early detection can save lives. And then you have all the prevention measures out there. Almost 50% of all cancers are preventable based on the prevention measures that are out there.
Yeah, and I know you always talk about early detection is the best way to handle this stuff. So glad to have you on again. So what does Bermuda Cancer and Health have planned to educate and inform people during Men's Health Month?
So this month we are hosting our The Silent Killer, which is a prostate documentary in the Black community, and it's free. We started the series last week with at the Bayless Bay Cricket Club. Tomorrow evening from 6 to 8 p.m. we'll be at the Warwick Workmen's Club. Next week we will be at the Somerset Cricket Club. Then we'll be at the Hamilton Parish Workmen's Club. And we'll finish off at the Devonshire Rec Club. And we're so thankful to the community for allowing us to host it in their space at no charge. So this is also a partnership, a collaboration, and we're providing this documentary free to the community. And then we have Dr. Jonathan Makanjola. He is a urologist. He's a consultant urologist at BHB, Bermuda Hospitals Board. He will be on hand with me to answer questions at each presentation of the documentary. So that's one way men can come out and learn more about their prostate health and what the whole prostate check, the DRE, the PSA, the prostate, the specific antigen test that doctors do. It's a blood test. And then we have our AXA XL Man on the Run. This year's the 10th anniversary. It is a fundraiser, so registration is $35. Men can is the only race that we have in Bermuda that's male only, and it starts from juniors all the way up to seniors, competitive, non-competitive. So this is another prevention measure in getting exercise that helps to reduce your cancer risk as well. So registration is at racedayworld.com. And then we also have Movember, which is month of the mustache. But men don't have to grow a mustache. They don't have to grow a beard. They can go to Movember.bm and register for a fundraiser. They can have their own fundraiser, a friendly soccer match, a friendly mini golf tournament. They can have a chef's night. They can have a poker night. They can have a bowling night. There are so many ways to get involved in Movember Bermuda. They just need to go to the website and register. Registration for Movember Bermuda is free. And then we also are going to be having free pop-ups. We had one already hosted by Gillette, and it's going to be at the Hamilton Pharmacy, happening next Thursday, November the 17th, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Hamilton Pharmacy. Blood pressure, blood sugar screenings, and we'll have a doctor on hand to answer any questions or concerns the men may have specific to men's health.
Hey,
a lot.
I'm a growing since last November.
You got to raise funds and raise awareness.
Now look,
Have a conversation.
let's I'm raising funds to cut it off. How about that?
Well, you could have shaved, and you start off fresh, and then you grow it again.
I don't know. We'll see. Jamal look like Jamal's been shaving his. So how can we get those that are interested in volunteering? How can we go about doing that during Men's Health Month?
So all of our information is listed on our website, cancer.bm. And if folks would like to volunteer, typically for the Man on the Run, we look for marshals to help out along the route. And our presenting sponsor is AXA XL, and then our supporting sponsor is Butterfield and Vallis. And usually they sort out the logistics for us for marshals. But if folks would be interested in that, they can contact us through our website, cancer.bm, or events@chc.bm. We're always looking for volunteers throughout the year. So it really isn't just for Men's Health Month. We have so many activities coming up annually where we are constantly looking for volunteers. We have lots of events. And yeah, if folks want more information, just go to cancer.bm.
Okay. And just for the last one, the process of donating during Men's Health Month or all year round is what's the process for that? Can you walk us through that?
Yep. So if folks want to donate specifically for Men's Health Month, they can find a group, a team, or an individual to sponsor on Movember.bm. They can sponsor someone, any of the teams that have registered or the individuals. They can also click the donate button. There's a donate button at the top of our homepage on the website, and they can donate annually, they can donate monthly, or they can donate to a specific initiative that we may have going on. Any of the men who are registered for the AXA XL Man on the Run, folks can make a donation on their behalf as well. The men can create a link, and they can share their fundraising link through the Run Race Day World platform. And we're always looking forward to folks donating, because the donations that we raise throughout the year, and more specifically for Men's Health Month, they cover the cost. They go toward the Equal Access Fund. And let's use an example of a man who comes to our center and they're diagnosed with prostate cancer, and their treatment is going to be prostate radiation treatment at our center. And they lost their job. They can't afford the cost of prostate radiation. So the Equal Access Fund will subsidize that person and take away that extra burden and that extra stress, where they don't have to worry, how am I going to cover the cost of this treatment? The Equal Access Fund will subsidize them. And this is all in part by the generous giving of the public. And no matter if it's a $10 donation or $1,000 donation, every dollar counts and goes toward the Equal Access Fund and our men's health initiatives, such as the free prostate documentary that we provide to the community and presentations that we give. All of our free education programs is brought to the public by those fundraising dollars that come in throughout the year and through Men's Health Month.
Take that Christmas tree money.
If you have any questions or comments for Azuree, please send them through. We have one here from Nichika Trot. She's asking, are there opportunities for underinsured males to get tested for free or at a reduced cost, or if they have no insurance at all?
So testing, as far as screening, so the DRE during the month of November, there are at least 2 urologist offices that offer free testing to the men. And then we used to do it at our men's health screening. We used to offer the free DRE, not necessarily the PSA, because that's blood work and it's more involved. But some doctors out there who are urologists are offering that throughout the month of November. And again, if men come to the screening, the free screening, the pop-up at the Hamilton Pharmacy next Thursday, they can actually have a conversation with the urologist, and then they'll be directed to where they can access free testing throughout the month of November.
Alrighty. Cancer.bm, that's the place where people can find most, if not all, of the information, correct?
Yes, definitely. All of our events are listed there. Everything that's happening in the calendar is there. How to donate is there. The donate tab is a purple button. You'll see it there on the website. So everything's in one place for everyone.
Are the dates for the screenings? What's the movie? What's the film?
Documentary. The
Documentary.
Silent
Yeah.
Killer.
So yes, are those all on there as well?
Yes. So the
Okay.
Silent Killer it's one per Wednesday at each location.
Okay.
Island-wide. So it's
All right.
weekly. Yeah.
Okay.
And this week, tomorrow, it is
Warwick Workman's.
Workman's.
At
Okay.
6 p.m. Yeah.
Okay.
And the
All right.
doctor will be there again to answer questions. So if
Okay.
men don't make it to the pop-up at Hamilton Pharmacy next Thursday, we will have Dr. Macanjola at the free documentary screening where he can answer questions as well and guide men to where they can possibly get screened. And it's not just prostate, it's also colon cancer. And depending on your age and your family history, the standard age for colon checks is usually 50, and some doctors for prostate say 50, 55, but it's more prevalent we're seeing in men in their 40s in Bermuda
Yeah,
popping up
I was
with
gonna
prostate
say.
cancer. So definitely know your numbers, go get your blood work, get your PSA, and your doctor will advise if they need to keep monitoring you if your PSA is high.
All right, Azuree Williams, thank you so much for coming, sharing the information with our audience, and we hope that it's as successful as we believe it can be.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
No
Look forward to
Thank you.
the next one.
Exactly. Until next time. Talk soon.
All right. Thank
All right,
you.
folks, if you appreciated today's conversation, please give us a thumbs up, a love, a like. Make sure you share these conversations as well. Men's Health Month, very important information for all of, we all have men in our lives, whether
Go
it's
get your screening.
it could be family, it can be colleagues. Just make sure you encourage them to get their screening. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to wrap it up. We've got the daily play, and we'll reflect on today's discussion and conversation.
A lot happens around your home. That is why at One Communications, we have introduced affordable security and video monitoring, because everyone should be able to afford to protect their family. Anytime, from anywhere, One Home Security keeps you connected and puts security in your hands with an easy-to-use smartphone app to control everything. Home security is important to keep you and your family safe. Motion-activated cameras around your home and security monitoring within create a complete security system providing protection both inside and outside your home. Professional monitoring means that there's someone on call with 24/7 protection to notify the authorities and help keep you and your loved ones safe. We are dedicated to whole home protection with indoor and outdoor cameras, smart door locks, motion sensors, and more, so you'll always be connected to what matters most. With professional installation, no upfront hardware fees, and low monthly rates, because keeping your family safe should be affordable for everyone. Total home video monitoring and security, there's no better way to protect your home than with One Home Security.
I'm part of the SSCP, giving us opportunities to go out and sell, which is what I'm doing today.
One of the most important things I learned in the SSCP is that failure is just a part of being an entrepreneur.
If there's a vote community, then you can't go anywhere, can you?
I just believe it's a really beautiful and amazing experience for everybody.
A lot of late nights being up, trying to finalize things, especially for me.
You don't have to do everything at once. Little steps is the key to success.
They helped me go through every step of the way.
It has helped me gain more confidence, so that's one thing.
I'm Marley Spriggs and I am an entrepreneur.
My name is Joshua Allen and I am an entrepreneur.
My name is Trey Robertson Richards and I am an entrepreneur. My name is Namira Rayner and I am an entrepreneur.
My name is Vincent Darrell and I am an entrepreneur.
I'm Shayla Swan and I'm an entrepreneur.
I am Sophia Patinhan. I am an entrepreneur.
My name is Zion and I'm a young entrepreneur.
All right, welcome back. Thanks again to Azuree Williams, Bermuda Cancer and Health Center. Appreciate them. Like I said, folks, it costs you nothing. Just press like, thumbs up under this video. Really appreciate your support. And again, thank you to One Communications, People's Pharmacy, Medical House, and Linders for ensuring we're able to do this with you. It's time for the Daily Play, brought to you by Heineken 0.0, great taste, no alcohol, and Bermuda Trivia. Now available at stores throughout Bermuda. Follow Bermuda Trivia on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok to find out why it's Bermuda's favorite trivia game. Phil, are you ready?
Let's go. Let's do it.
It's a remember when. Here, help him out, folks. He might need your help.
I will need your help.
Dame Flora Duffy won her first of 2 Commonwealth gold medals in what year?
I don't remember. 2005? Oh, no. Anybody in the audience?
No, they ain't showing up for you neither, bro.
They don't talk about this stuff at the reunion, man.
No, they don't talk. I thought you would have got it since you're cousin, but no, it's 2018 Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. It was not that long ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we got
Sherry. You're late.
And don't worry about her because she ain't look. Your cousin Sherry.
She's on the other side. She's not on the Duffy side.
No, she's on the outside family. She's on the side.
Yeah.
No, it was 28. Maya even said 2017, 2018. Yeah, 2018. And the second one was it 2022, you guys? Or 20? Yeah. Was it this year or 2020? But she has
that one for another. That could be tomorrow's answer.
Yeah. But she has 2 golds at the Commonwealth Games. Queensland, Australia, 2018. Final thoughts on today's show. What are your final thoughts today? I mean, discussion. We're plastering children on social media.
I mean, it's not necessary, and I think if you were, I think somebody else said this in the audience. If you were going to, if the purpose was to give them a chance to do the right thing, then just handle it, off social media. I don't really know. I think kind of we're all kind of on the same board. Sam Cat Place one should go upside a child's head, but and as far as the Men's Health Month, guys, go get your screening, go get your testing, go get yourself checked. If not for you, for those around you, the ones that love you. We're past the time where keeping it quiet and being so private about your health is going to end up shortening your life and just making everybody around you unhappy. So let's just get it over with, man.
Indeed. I agree. I think there are ways to we all have our methods of doing things, but I think we have to think about the bigger picture. How can we all learn from situations is what I always ask myself. And so I'm not quite sure the lessons in posting minors is in the best interest of anyone, the poster included. So I just want us to be a bit more considerate beyond how we feel. As far as the conversation, Men's Health Month, again, we have to be examples of that. I go for my annual, I go for my checkups, even go to the dentist every 6 months. I know that sounds like, oh, it should be normal. It's not. It's not.
Well, I do it too.
I figured. I mean, as Phil told you before on Twitter, I'm calling him one of his tweets out, even flossing, folks. It's part of your health. But I say that because, we all know people in our lives who don't do it. And it can be on us to kind of encourage them, not force them or yell at them or be angry, but just encourage them to take care of themselves better. All right, Phil, you got some daily inspiration for us?
Yes, the daily inspiration today is from the Dalai Lama. Just one small positive thought in the morning can change your whole day.
I like that one. Positive thought. Yeah, start your day with a positive thought. Thanks again to our partners, Medical Oils, One Communications, Linda's, and People's Pharmacy for ensuring that we're able to do this with you, for you, and with you on a daily basis. As always, we appreciate you, we love you, and we thank you for making us part of your daily routine. If all goes well, we'll be back to do this again with you tomorrow. He's Philip Trott. I'm Jamal Hartman, my friends. Please do make it a safe and a great day. We
See my invisible mug?
Peace.